Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, as you see, my presentation is about the impact of Estonia-Latvian program on 3 southeast Estonian counties and the proposals. As I have only 15 minutes, I'm doing it quite fast. But my presentation contains of different kind of blocks. First of all, I'm going to show you some numbers. Then first of all, actually, there will be a bit of our biggest challenges that the 3 counties here are facing, then about numbers and impacts, and finally our proposals. So the challenges. Southeast Estonia is facing at the moment some serious challenges. Low value-added production, low incomes, high unemployment rates, low income tax for local governments, and outward migration. This all results in social and economical desertation. But we are not pessimistic, but constructive and try to use all the resources we have to fight it. This is the total sum of the funding received by the project partners of Võru, Valga and Põlva County by Estonia-Latvian program during 2007 to 2013. There is 203 kilometers of land border between Võru and Valga counties with Latvia. The total land border that Estonia holds with Latvia is 343 kilometers. The total number of projects approved within this programming period is 24. The number of partners from the area is 35. Now you'll see the numbers by counties. The most funding is applied under Priority 2, Support Direction 2, increasing the attractiveness of the program area, whereas the most popular priority is 3, with altogether 14 small-scale projects. When gathering data for this analysis, general features lined up. The projects in our 3 counties were mainly soft, so to say people's projects that focused on community and human relations. Project topics provoked discussions and project funding helped to publish articles on media and draw wider attention. Partners mentioned in their reports that project allowed them to practice both English and Russian languages. There were a few projects that sought investments of infrastructure or productive investments. A low number of lead partners showed up in all the projects. Of course, it is easier to be a partner than a lead partner. Less responsibility, less work, and maybe also financing problems. At the same time, the CV of the institution when applying for future projects is more competitive when you have had experience as a lead partner. Low involvement of private entrepreneurs. The most active applicants are public bodies and NGOs. So there were only 4 entrepreneurs applying within all partners. And finally, low or average coherence with counties' development priorities. We asked university students to compare the objectives and outcomes of the projects with the priorities of relevant county. Do the projects funded within EU programs have to support the priorities that the region or county has chosen? We think so. It's no use for bigger effect if resources spill in every direction. They should be focused on certain directions that support the priorities chosen locally or regionally. It was really hard to objectively evaluate the impact of the program. I talked to several project managers and was really surprised how positive their attitude was towards the program. Of course, they brought out some problems too, but the main idea which sounded out from the conversation was that the community was very happy for the activities done and they could not have done it otherwise. So the fields where the impact was most detectable were education, culture, sport, environment, tourism, local entrepreneurship, health and rescue services, and community cooperation. Education. The impacts in the field of education were new knowledge, exchange of experience, and sharing best practices, new attractive study materials, and improved teaching skills. Culture. We saw that the impact were in such areas as preservation of cultural heritage, new knowledge, cultural exchange and cooperation, new cross-border contacts, activation of local cultural life, strengthened local identities, new folk costumes, songbooks and other manuals, and improved infrastructure and technical conditions, repairment of rooms and new equipment. Projects that enhanced sport or active lifestyle were very popular, especially those projects that fostered winter sports. Impact were made in these fields: promotion of vital and healthy lifestyle, new knowledge, exchange of experience, new contacts, more local people attracted to go in for sports, rise of qualification of